Hey, I took the YouTube boot camp and now I'm more confident and hoping I get a little better quality with my videos. The last one I did was Europe in free fall, and one of the things that I was talking about was, is Turkey going to break apart? Country Turkey breaking apart. The Kurds splitting out, maybe the Armenians, and then you got the Ottoman Turks there. Who knows? Okay, why do you say that? Well, I say it even more so now because they just bought this anti-missile system, System B or something. It's another name. There's a couple different names for it. But whatever the case, they bought it from the Russians, and it doesn't correspond with the anti-missile systems that NATO has. And they're a member of NATO, so the U.S. has been paying all these people. It's sad, but they've been paying people like Frank Sinatra did to be their friend, and it's not a good way to establish friendship. The steel, Trump's taking the steel away, the rebar. They were doing about 80% of rebars. That was providing a lot of jobs for a lot of fine Turkish people at the expense of a lot of, fine American people. Their economy seems to be somewhat in free fall. Inflation's picking up. They were good with the migrant crisis. I talk about migrant crisis because I think it's kind of letting up a little bit. But they were also sort of like a gateway for ISIS. A lot of people would go to Turkey and then they would go across the border and hook up with ISIS. They've got the U.S. and Turkey has a controversy. They had a coup, or a so-called coup, because it may be debatable whether the coup was real or whether it was just a put-up coup and Erdogan used it to gain more power, The history of Turkey is the army, when the politicians get out of line, the army comes in because they're a secular nation. Erdogan is leading them more toward they're becoming Arabs, They were going to get in the EU and they pretended we're all Western and everything like that, but that was just a hustle, The Muslims were hustling the non-believers or whatever the case, but that's kind of like wearing thin and falling through, and they're not going to get in. And then they're in NATO and they got a missile system that doesn't correspond to the rest of NATO, and they're saying that they can take care of themselves. Okay, so that you might as well just pretty much count them out, or I don't know how the breakup's going to be, but it seems like it's becoming increasingly unstable. Okay, let me see. It's an S-400 anti-missile system. Pulled steel production helped. That's about it. Talk to you later. Hey, thank you for viewing my video. I really appreciate it. Trying to find the camera where you can cut it off at. Where you cut it off at? Okay, there you go. No, you don't. Oh, death on camera. Yeah, death on camera. Doesn't that say it all?